Ah, I have forgotten something. Wait. Ugh. That's not a good start to the morning when you're forgetting stuff. Was it a hippopotamus? No. It was a kangaroo. No. It wasn't a rabbit. No. Yeah, it was a rabbit. Yeah. Forgetful Jones here. I used to love that. No. Was it a dingo? No. Forgetful Jones. Well, this Forgetful Jones forgot his timepiece, aka my clock. I had a small watch. You guys that followed my channel for a long time, you probably know about my watch and the curse I have placed upon me with watches. It doesn't matter how expensive the watch is. It doesn't matter where it was made or even what it was made with. Within a very short amount of time of putting a watch on my wrist, that watch will get destroyed in the most bizarre way ever. In fact, I'll tell you this story. When a co-worker didn't believe I had a watch curse, and he was like, "Raj, that's silly." So I was like, "It's a watch curse." I said, "You watch." So I went and bought this really shiny, tacky watch for about $4 or whatever. And it had a good band on it. Like, it was actually well made. I know, $4, right? But, you know, that's why I buy cheap stuff, because I can't own anything nice. So anyhow, I'm going to have to get gas soon. Because vehicles run on gas, right? Yeah. Just put a hose, like, from the tank into here. Just get the fumes out of here. That should do it. Oh, I'll leave it in the back, okay. So anyway, we're working at the store. I just had the watch maybe about a week. A customer buys a compressor, right? You know, just your regular little stand-up compressor, maybe about 40 gallons or whatever. Needs a hand loading it in the back of his truck or car or whatever it was, or van, whatever it was we were loading it in. Anyway, that tree is too red too early. It's also, I guess, a sign that it's dying. But anyway, I take the watch off my wrist. Okay, like completely remove it, put it in my pocket, pick up the one end of the compressor, my coworker picks up the other end of the compressor, we lift it without any effort, hardly whatsoever. Boy, geez, this guy's coming fast. You better hit your brakes, buddy. You're always driving so fast. Yeah. Anyway, you know, there's children in this town, you know, so. Anyway, I'm like, I got the watch in my pocket. There's nothing rubbed up against or nothing. I take it out, I put it back on my wrist, and right in front of me and my coworker, literally, the thing just disintegrates. The face falls off it, the band breaks, the needle falls off the face. It just falls like in about 4 or 5 pieces onto the ground. And he looks at me and goes, "You're right, you do have a watch curse." Because he saw that nothing happened to that watch other than I put it in my pocket, gently. You know, it's like, yeah, that's why I don't spend very much on them. So anyway, yeah. But I missed out on well, I didn't miss out, I just couldn't get the trade. You guys know I like doing barter and trade. Oh, the kiddos are out. I don't see my cousin. Anyway, my neighbor, I don't know if he's going to be selling the place or not. I think he is, but he's going to start doing renovations. So he put his crate half stack up for sale for $450, which I'm in debt, and I don't have $450, otherwise I would have bought it, right? It'd be a cool, cool thing to have on top of the Mesa Boogie, right? So, having 2 4x12 cabs makes a wall of me. It's the best way I can explain it. Asked him if he wanted to trade my cheaper flying V for it? He's like, no, I need the money for renovations. I was like, okay. So I missed out on that. Now, last night was the debut of the big tree Kong who's sitting in the back, that big saw. And yeah, I'd like to keep the saw too, guys. Yes, I have worked with that saw, not that specific saw, but that brand, that model of saw before. 877. Where the 18? Oh, that must be like, okay, it's a 1877. That must be like a 1-800 type number. Anyway, yeah, my buddy has the same saw, and he has lots of parts for it. He's like, Reg, he messaged me, he's like, Reg, bring the saw up home here. I got tons of parts, we'll get it going in no time. But it's not my saw, right? So I'm just going to hand this saw back to the guy and say, hey, you know, like, if you can get it going for me. It's just, I don't have the time. Like, I got 3 trucks to work on, a boat, a motorbike, you know what I mean? Some other lawn equipment, you know what I mean? A couple of chainsaws. I just don't have time to be fucking with things, right? And I don't want to be in debt for $500 for something that doesn't run right, that may or may not have a serious problem. I don't know. I know where those guys are going. They've been hauling like crazy this week. So I don't want to work on somebody else's saw when it's not mine, like, right? It's somebody else's, right? So I don't want to start taking things apart, because then, you know, I'm not saying they would say that, but they could say, oh, well, it was working perfectly when I handed it to you, you know what I mean, kind of thing. And the only thing I did is put in new gas, and I don't know what starting procedure, like, there's no primer on it or nothing like that. And I did shoot fuel into the carb, you know, with a little squirt machine, and it didn't even, like, it doesn't even seem to want to fire. So I'm thinking it could be a coil, it could be maybe the kill switch is busted in the off position. I don't know, but that's not for me to sort out, you know what I mean? If they sort it out, yeah, it's a steal at $500, you know, for a big powerful saw like that, 72.2 cc's. Yeah, of course, you know, like, yeah, it's no brainer, take it. $500 out of, you know, I mean, that little mini beast there has earned its keep about 3 times, or so. Like, that thing's probably made me $600-700 by now. Like, I haven't added it up yet, but I use it quite a bit, and I'm probably using it quite a bit today. So and I know when I do that tree job, I'll be using it again. My dad's been using Old Friend, as I call it. The client I'm going to now, it was the widow, it was her husband's. He was such a nice man. I miss him dearly. Anyway, yeah, so I let my dad use that saw. He says it runs pretty good, you know, and then when you stop it, you start again, it gets a little bit finicky, but other than that, it runs good. But I mean, that's a 90s saw. It's spent most of its life sitting, you know, like, I mean, it's got the original chain on it, dull as anything. You know, I've tried to sharpen it about 100 times already. It's going to probably take 100 more times to probably sharpen it, you know what I mean, and get it going good. But I don't have the right files for that one, you know, so it's like, I just like to, like, when I got a chain that's good, okay, I can keep that chain for like 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing how much cutting I can get off of one chain. Like, it's you know, and I just top up, sharpen it, you know, every time I use it, right? So it never really gets super dull unless you hit the ground or hit a rock or something like that, and, you know, and then that shit happens, you know, where there's a nail and let's slow down so we can have a nice look at this Prestige Dodge. How does he keep that thing so clean? How does he keep that thing so clean? Like, tell me your secret, mister. And he drives it in the winter once in a while too, yeah. But yeah, so the saw is definitely like, I want it big time. It's just around the corner where the owner is, and I might drop it off today, and then, you know, maybe I'll get lucky and he'll get it running for me or whatever, you know, in a week or two, and that's fine too. But I'm just like, I don't want to, like I was telling my dad, well, just pull the plug out of it, do this. I'm like, yeah, but it's somebody else's saw. You know what I mean? This is where I got to bring it back to. Look at the flowers there. They ever look nice? She says those flowers are not as nice as they normally are. I'm like, wow, that's beautiful there on that. So I still owe them 21 and a half hours, right? So if this saw doesn't get running, they might just say, okay, well, come back in the spring to work off the rest of your hours, because they need the work then, right? But there's a lot of work. There's quite a bit of work there, as you know, as she's thinking about it, right? So yeah, the trees are attacking my antenna again. Anyway,